Cat command is what this section shows you that it concatenates and prints on the standard output. So on cat command, as you can see, I'm giving some information here that you can run, but I have to show you a lot more than that one, just to concatenate a file with line numbers or something, or no line numbers. So here I'm doing like cat -n, and then the actual command you're running is here, and the output is displayed here from the server that I'm running on. But you're not tied only to those two commands. So let me just open up here this one, and we will go through the cat command here. So if I just want to say cat etc host file, you can see the host file that has that information. If I want to just see the content of it with line number, I could put the same thing with -n, and it will say there that line number. I can also say cat etc host and then word count -l, and it says that it's 14 line there. That's why this is accurate. So I could just also cat the file, like for example, os-release. If I just want to see the content of my server and running Linux Mint 19.3, and that's not the latest version, but the latest version of Linux is 20, but it is still good. It is secure enough. So let's just look at this one and then put -e for the option, and then to show everything and with end of line as $sign. So you can see that wherever the line is, the end of line has a $sign at the end of it. Everywhere, that means there's an end of file. So if I just do -a at the same time, any control characters that are there with tabs and everything, and this file does not have anything. Let's just look into another file, like here. I'm going to look at the words.c++. So if I say cat -n words.c++, notice the content of this file is showing 36 line. It's a word.c++ program that basically count the number of words, similar to wc-w command. So this words.count, it will count the number of words. But what if I want to see the same file, and instead of showing only the text file, I want to see all for including end of line. This all by itself, it shows you everything. You don't need E also. E is going to give you the the file end of line marker $sign. So if you do this, it covers everything, all. So if I do this, and let me just do a pipe more, and that way we could see for each end of line, there's a $sign here that include IO stream and stuff or there. So these are new end of line characters and this and that. So if you could see that on this one right here, there's a tab. So there's a control I character as a tab in this case. If there was any other invisible character, you would see them here. But if you do it without the argument here, you don't see the new line characters right here because they're inside the file. So if I just go here and I use the vi command or vim command to display the content of it, and you can see here set, let me just go. Okay, somehow it is taking so long for the connection. Output is not displayed. Oh, sorry, the vim, the pipe more was not supposed to be there. When you VI it, you're supposed to just have one command. There's no pipe more anymore because we're opening it a vim editorial. So that explained why that was hanging there. /more was only for the cat command, and vim and does not require that one. So here I'm displaying it. Notice that if I say set and u for vi to just show line numbers, I can see the line numbers, but I don't still don't see the control characters or invisible characters. So here, if I just say set a list, and inside here I can see the control characters like new line characters, and then right here is a tab. So if I just go press another tab here and just tab, every time I press a tab, it just shows that that is Control I. So now I put two of them. I'm not gonna save it. If I save it and I have the privilege to write it, now I just updated it there. So let's do a cat minus a again, words.c++ and 5 more. And you can see there's two tabs now here because I pressed tab. And I could also verify this command with octal dump od minus c. Octal dump display the octal dump of the file in a kind of text format. Minus c meaning the character. Minus x is hexadecimal. So in this case, every new line, the $sign that was showing on the shell as a $, they're actually new line characters, /ln or /ln is just new line. /lt is tab. So everywhere that was Control I, it is showing as LT, right here, tab. When you're writing a printf statement or cout statement in C or C++, then basically you're using the /t for tab, /ln for new line, and /a for alarm, and so on. So let's go back to the cat command. I'm going to display one more options for the cat. Cat, also you can use cat command to echo stuff. So I could say cat, and then let's say this one I could put anything, say doc for documentation or something. So when I put this doc, that whatever word that I use here, the rest of them I have to issue the same command. So if I say pwd, and then I say who, and then ls minus l, and then just say doc again. Now those ones were displayed as output here. Whatever I typed in, it just catted back there. If I want to send that information to the a file, I could say cat, and then this. Remember this file? I just said I can just write anything to it. So let me just write a program and execute that program using cat command as if I'm on a VI there. I'm going to write a shell script and there. So I'm going to say cat, let's just call this documentation part of it. So I can write it, I could just use even my name, Wahid. And then the output file, I'm going to say, let's say script one.sh or .bash, whatever I want to do it. Let's call it .sh. So here I'm going to say pound /bin /bash, and then I just say, let's just execute a few commands here. pwd who date, those commands, and then let's just do calendar as well. So those commands, and then now I have to terminate my script Wahid. And now I have a script called script one.sh. Notice the permissions of this script is not executable. That means I have to either do run bash -x to run it with -x means run it in debug mode. So I could say, yeah, the command ran successfully and it's there. So when you do -x, it just shows you the command and then the output with the plus in front of it and then the output. So for calendar, there's command calendar and then this. But if I just do change mode 7 55 script 1.sh, and then I do ls-ld script 1.sh. Notice that the color changed, and also the file name is showing read, write, execute for the owner, read and execute for the group. In this case, owner and group is wlutfi, and then read and execute for other people, the rest of the word. So in this case, if I type in ID, my user ID is wlutfi, my group ID is wlutfi. So I made the permission to say I can read and write from this file, and then to read from this file and write to this file and also execute it. So what do I mean by execute it? I can run it like this, / because Unix is with root as the path, it's not the backward slash like DOS, it's the /. So you run it, and then this time you don't see the dash, the command, it just sees the output. This is the output of PWD. This is the output of the whatever command was there for, let's just, in order to look at it again, you can say cat -n script 1.sh, and you can see the who command, who was logged on. Who -r also shows you the run level. So who by itself is there, W is giving you that information. But script 1.sh, now if I just don't want to see line numbers or anything to it, I could do this. And you can also add to this command using cat command. So now if I just want to, I could use echo command to add to it. For example, let's say I want to add one more command called, let's say, who -r. And who -r, I could say echo who -r for run level, and then double greater sign, then script 1.sh. So this case, I'm just echoing this command, and to the end of this string, by this double greater sign, I just append to it. So now script 1.sh has the command who -r. If I just run a script 1.sh, is there with a run level this. And then now let's just use another command. I could just say, let's say, I want to just override this one with only another command like ls-l or something. So let's just create another command, say, let's say ls-l star.c++, and then we just send that one to a file called t. Now contents of t is only that command, and if I just say cat t, only one greater sign to say script 1.sh, now I just overrode that file with the thing. But if I want to do write that line multiple times, I could just say double greater signs. So every time I do double greater signs, that file is appended at the end of it. Notice the usage of greater sign with cat and appending and this. So you can also create multiple files out of this. So you can see the display of 3 files. So if I just do this and then I say greater sign and then a new file called f. Now word count -l t script 1.sh and f. If you could see that they're all different sizes because the f and t is the same, right? I'm sorry, f and t, f has one, t has 1 line, f has 3 lines, and then none of them are the same. And then script 1.sh is this 2. So what if I just want to make a combination of different commands out of the cat? I could do that. And so I could say cat etc host and t just those two files, send it to the file F. Now, and the F file has etc host plus the ls command, but they are unnecessary, so there's no need there. You can also do cat command to execute something like right there. And then let's just do one more example of the cat command. I'm gonna just say cat t and greater sign a script. Let's just do a few commands. Echo pwd and then greater sign t.sh, and then I'm gonna just run a couple of commands, who, and then banner hello. So let's just try these things, and then so banner hello, and then the next command is pwd. The next command is calendar command, and that's it. So cat t.sh now has those commands. And then I could also use the cat command to put this one into an argument and read them. Here I could say cat t.sh, and then at the same time I could just execute these commands within a while read var. So I say while read a variable do, and then I say echo $var, and then that would display the command and then run the command after, and then done. So now you can see that I just did on the fly a command using cat by reading the contents of a file and display there for each of them. And if I just want to see the content of the command, the last command was pwd, which was the output was here and the banner was here. I printed out, and then the previous command was who, and it was there. And then calendar is also the last command here that displayed it. So with cat, a lot of different options you can do. And I'm on the book, I'm showing you how to compress certain information and everything. And then how to do a lot of different options there. If you need to check it out, cat is your friend, and you can see all these options. Dash A I showed you. Dash number non-blank. So instead of dash n, you do the opposite of dash n, and this one override that dash n. Shows end of line and then numbers, and then squeeze blanks. So if you have too many blanks spaces on a text, it will just reduce them there. And the same thing with the number of lines, that if you want to just get rid of the 2 lines or 3 lines. And on the actual book here, on the PDF files that you could get access to a PDF file. And then right here, basically this Word document for CAD, I'm showing a lot more examples here. So the Octal Dump I showed you here, and then like the silent or suppress options and here. And then for each one of them, I did give you the definition of what -s for suppressing repeated empty output. And basically, if there's like too many empty lines, then it will just get rid of it. And then the -sn, n is give you the line number, but you see here that there was multiple lines, and then it was suppressed to 1 line. And that's why that information is going to do it. Without it, you see this have 2 lines. The 2 line changed to 1 line here, and because I'm using this -sn. Here, -e for end of line marker, and -a, you can see $ here, and then the control characters that are there are showing as well. A space is just showing blank space. and then you could get the output as so. And then the man-cat command I showed you. And there's another technique that you can also, I'm showing here, that you can run actually the UNIX command without even running it. Notice that here I'm creating a doc, but then the output, you can just put it into a file, and then here within $ left parentheses, right parentheses, you can put any UNIX command. As long as they're valid Unix command, it will be executed. Like here, $date, and here's the echo statement. And then the backtick things is also a valid way to execute commands. Sometimes like you want to run a script to find something here, I'm showing you that. So let me just do one more technique here with the cat command. So what I could do is here, say cat, let me just clear the screen first, cat, and I could just say less than sign, double list. I could call it execute or exec, or doesn't matter. Whatever I name it here, I have to terminate my statement at the end of it. So let's just call it SS for a shell script. So I'm going to just say this and greater sign, and I'm going to just say s1.sh or .bash in this case. You can name it anything you want. So here I could just say some command, say for example, the backtick is this symbol. I could say pwd, and then backtick and say who. These commands will be executed right away as soon as it is done. And then the other thing that I could do is say $, and then say find a dot minus name. Let's say just minus type D for just only show me that directories. You could do that one. And then this thing is not braces, it's parentheses. So that's very important, $, and then the argument. And then here, I could just also say this, and then run the command, say ls minus ld, let's say the something.sh. Whatever the sh files are there, it should display it. I'm going to stop it there because we showed 2 examples of those. Let's just run another command also at the date with this, so we know that it runs today. So now I just need to finish it using this SS. So I'm going to say SS, and then that program finished. So now s1.bash is there, and notice that this one is not executable. I could have put even a change mode on this one to just change the permission of it, but it still wouldn't run because I have to still do -1.bash at least once to just do it. And notice that the command that was successful, it worked. This is a directory. So some of the commands, like this one shows the date command at the end, and then this one is the ls minus ld. Syntax is somehow this had to be put into, because it's wildcard, I could just put it here and say star.sh, it would understand. But if I'm just doing it within this $, it did not understand that one. So let's just do cat this ss, and then just write again s1.bash. This time I'm just going to do the pwd worked. So sorry, the pwd worked right here, so I'm not going to test that one. The second command, it says the who, line 1 is there. Okay, let's just do the find the type. I'm going to try these couple of them in an argument. So I'm going to try only the one with the ls to make sure that that one for sure failed. So I'm going to say ls minus ld, and then put this code around this .sh and see if this time it understands it. And then I'm going to say ss. Cannot access star.sh. So it already tried to do that command and it failed. So let's just do that and cat ss greater sign s1 dot bash. At this time, I'm going to say $, and then ls minus ld, and then single quote, and then star dot sh. And then run the finish it, no such file or directory. So it does not find it. But let's just do with the backtick the same thing. And instead of this, I'm going to use the backtick. But the backtick and say ls minus ld star.sh. This is almost like run this command as it is on Unix command. So now it says, and then this one finished. So depending on the command, sometimes the backtick works, sometimes the $ argument works. So the backtick, it just says run this command. Now cat minus ns1, there's only one line, and then the output is already there with whatever we wrote on the backtick. So the backtick got executed and the output was written here, which means that if I do this here and I just say backtick and then, sorry, let me just do cat less than sign ss and then greater sign s1 dot bash, and I just say backtick pwd and then run the date command. I'm just going to do this as a valid command, and one line, no space is there. And then I'm going to also do the backtick, and then ls minus l star star.sh. And then at the same time, I could just do a change mode on the backtick. Oh, on the backtick, I forgot to put backtick. Let me just control C out of this. Cat ss and then greater sign s1 dot bash. So backtick pwd, and then run the date command. Run the date command in here. Date. Okay. So now I'm going to do backtick. Backtick. ls minus l star dot sh, and just make this one ls minus ld. So backtick here again. Let's do another $, calendar, and then I'm gonna do a backtick change mode, and then s1 dot 755 s1 dot bash. So we change the permission as the command runs, and because this file gets created and then it does it. If the command does not get created, this file, then it will be a problem, because these commands will go in sequence. So by that time, the file has to exist. So we're going to do that and then do ss. So now s1.bash is there. Notice because I put this change mode 755, it changed the permission as well. So it made it executable. Now I can say s1.bash, cat s1.bash. It's actually a script output here. So the name should have been created like s1.bash dot output or dot text. So this is the output of the first command, pwd. This is the output of the second command, the date. This is the output of the ls minus ld star.sh, and then this is the output of the calendar command. Notice that this time, because we put this argument in backtick, it worked. But if you try a longer command with the find, it may run here find dot minus type d here, and it will just find out all the directory here. But if you say cat, let's try it one more time, less than sign ss, and then we say script2.sh, and then we just say $. I might have typed in without the dash option here. That might be the reason. Minus type d. Sometimes what I say, I might type, my fingers will do it correctly, and my wording might be a little bit in a hurry and say something different. Find dot minus type d, and then now ss shell scripts. So you see that it worked. So s2.sh. On the previous example, that I might have just typed in without the dash here. This is just saying, show me all the files that are directories. So if I just want to do all regular files, dash F, and that would display all the files that are regular. And if I just want to say minus name is star.c++, I could do a find command here. And then here I have to put an and, minus type is F, and then dash A. So here I'm going to do it in multiple Boolean operators. So minus type is F, minus type is F, and minus name is C++. So this one is, that's why. And then here I have to skip it, and then here also skip it. Let's do this one simply. Find dot minus name star.c++. This would give you all the C++, and then minus type F is automatically there type F already. So if I just say that show me files that are .sh, and then type is executable, dash type is in this case is F, and then I do something exact, change mode, not change mode, ls minus ld this, and to see the permissions of the files. Some of them were different permissions. So here I could also say show me the one that are with certain permissions, and then with a certain ownership and certain groups. I'll actually cover the find command and details of those ones when we come to the chapter. Right now we're in the middle of the cat command. I want to not just move out of the topic here. Let's go back to the next command.